Magenta Fish tries to go Bilbao. So, remember the amazing Palace of Culture and Science? There are some quite interesting events these days. It's, also under construction festival now. I went to Marcus Meeson's lecture last week. He's an architect and a researcher, nowadays more researcher than an architect. But, well, you know, being an architect is just a state of mind. It never goes away once you have it. He writes and lectures about participation and involvement in art and architecture. One of his last books is called The Nightmare of Participation, and it was also the title of the lecture in the Palace. One of the issues he pointed out was the Bilbao effect. I'm sure you've heard about Bilbao. It's Guggenheim's museum by Frank Gehry. It was built there in the late 90s. The city there was almost unknown and so very poor. They became world famous and quite wealthy in a very short time. All thanks to one building. Well, it started with one building, but not thanks to one architect. Frank Gehry did not do this alone. Projects like this, it's a huge amount of teamwork and coffee. Many cities would like to repeat the Bilbao's effect, hoping, especially now in this silly economical crisis, hoping that this would bring them new people, new interests, new investors, new perspectives. And these buildings, or rather institutions, buildings of that type, they emerge here and there in the world, and they try to repeat the Bilbao's, both cultural and economical boost. And you can see on the photo, Marcus gives the examples of Austria, Germany, Portugal states. They are all, these kind of institutions, these intercultural misfits. And, suddenly when he did put all of them together, one next to another, they do begin to create a certain, recognizable pattern, don't you think? The thing is, funny or tragic, or both, it just doesn't always work. He gave an example of a public arts center in West Bromwich, which was, Dejan Sudic wrote about it for The Guardian. The name is, I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. It was closed before it opened, actually. It consumed a huge amount of public money, and it doesn't seem to have any future. I'm not sure, I can't exactly remember what did Marcus say there was inside nowadays, but I think he said it was Tesco, And, in Poland also, some cities are trying to go Bilbao. New museums, institutions are built or designed or dreamt of. Gdańsk will have the European Center of Solidarity and the Museum of Second World War. Warsaw is trying to build a Museum of Modern Art, Museum of the History of Polish Jews, which is actually almost ready. Krakow just completed the Museum of Contemporary Art this year. I'm just wondering, whether it's just not a bit too late for Poland, for our cities to go Bilbao. This crisis that we are now experiencing, it just might not be the best time for any spatial misshapes of that kind. Perhaps it would be better to wait a while until the economy gets, a bit more stable. Let's go Bilbao. Let's open a museum without any exhibition, like we did in Krakow. Or let's build an institution that will cost millions, but without finding a purpose for it, like we did in Gdańsk. Like we still do. And oh, of course, I forgot we're also building super expensive single-use stadiums for the Euro 2012. It took bread and circus in ancient Rome to make the crowds happy. We in Poland, well, we go for beer and football.